Hey everyone, it's Christine. It's been a long road, but we've nearly reached the conclusion of Chronicles of the Gatekeeper Act 2, which means it's time for another Q&A episode. Send in your questions about the act, the characters, and our experiences to heroes@theheidiandway.com or on the Heroes of the Heidi and Way's Discord Q&A channel. With that out of the way, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi Order and the Republic have fallen, with the dark shadow of the Empire rising to take their place. This message is a warning and a reminder for any surviving Jedi. Trust in the Force.
They've outgrown their age of rebellion, dulled the Empire's edge, defeated Imperial generals and the Pirate Queen's dredge. They've been soldiers and scoundrels, what's there left to be? How about lost acolytes looking for their force and destiny? There's a seer, hermit, investigator, and teacher. Better watch your back or a vibro ring's gonna reach you. Will this team find the light or will darkness win the day? Find out with the heroes of the Heidi and Way.
Previously on Heroes of the Heidi and Way. Things went poorly as our four Force users delved into a city that fell during the Clone Wars and found themselves challenged by relics of that era, battle and destroyer droids. Skip opened fire but kept their eyes wide, using the memory of their vision to give the heroes an edge in battle, while Kesh and Koba dived in with their sabers. Slipping through unseen, Hillary skirted the battle, but as his friend struggled against the odds, he knew he had to help. With the droids still coming and the heroes already bearing heavy hits, how could they survive? Join our heroes as they get creative in Blastball Special.
Welcome to Heroes of the Heidi and Way. This is a Star Wars actual play podcast, and we're playing in Fantasy Flight Games' Force and Destiny system. We're using the Chronicles of the Gatekeeper adventure as developed by Tim Cox and Max Brook. This is Act 2, Episode 24, and I'm Ben, the GM for this adventure.
I'm Koba, the Doug investigator / she an expert, and somehow I know how to throw a lightsaber now. It's not going to go well because her destiny pool's crap. But I can do it.
Does a destiny pool have something to do with the Shien aspect of this little thing?
No. Destiny pool is this thing that this little dive bar near where I had my office on Coruscant kept running. It's like a betting thing.
Ooh, interesting.
I still get automated emails, updates, notifications.
I suspect your vibro rings have trained you well for throwing things, so that's good.
My vibro rings basically never came back, so agree to disagree, I guess.
Why am I thinking about giving you my brand new lightsaber pike?
I'll take good care of it, don't worry.
It's very old.
Well, it's new it's new in comparison to me.
I was thinking it.
Hillary over there never introduced himself, but I was Kesh,
having a conversation.
The Trandoshan mystic seer.
Having a conversation. It's something that happens when you're a very important person such as myself, who's also a teacher and a sage or something. Anywho, Skip.
I never
Round
really
us off
liked
with sanity.
sage. Thyme is okay. Maybe oregano.
I am not a spice.
Yeah, but you are spicy.
Wait,
Aha.
what about drugs?
What?
No. Bad Trandoshan. Stop that.
If I were a spice, I'd be cinnamon, probably.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd be cinnamon. I think that maybe you would be something a little more bitter.
If you ever just eaten cinnamon.
Blaster shots fired.
I think I could be garlic. Generally useful and enjoyable.
I'm blanking on my spices. I don't know what I am.
I don't know, pepper, maybe. Some
Maybe coriander.
Pepper's good.
Ooh,
Pepper's
coriander.
classic.
Because, like, some people really like coriander, and some people really think it tastes like poison.
Either that or she could be cilantro. Maybe she tastes like soap to people.
What?
Isn't coriander cilantro?
I actually don't know. I'm
confused.
actually going to learn with my magical device that you cannot see.
Oh, no, I know what Kesh is.
So am I in a burrito?
No, you're salt.
Oh.
You are also quite useful.
And also quite salty. I didn't introduce myself. I'm Skip. I'm a hermit. You wouldn't probably guess it by the fact that I hang out with all these weirdos. I'm in a good mood and I don't know why. Sure.
It's the adrenaline high.
That's probably true. And I can jump high. I don't know why that's relevant.
And I guess if Hermit's going to hang out with anybody, a couple antisocial loners is probably as good a choice as any.
What's my excuse?
I don't know. I don't have
Maybe you just really
a
like
way to
having
explain
projects.
Ugulary.
Many people do not have a way to explain me. And did you know that cilantro and coriander are not the same spice, but they are from the same plant?
Oh, like kale and broccoli and stuff.
Yes, like the brassica that covers all of the bases.
Maybe if we keep this conversation up, we will short out the destroyer droids.
And
Yeah.
they will not destroy us.
To learn more
Probably.
about our heroes, we get one task and another a question. And it is now Skip's turn.
Hey, Kesh.
Yes, Skip.
So I totally believe in us right now.
Okay.
But, say I didn't, but I do. Would you be happy with what you've accomplished with your life so far if, like right now all of us died? But I don't think we're going to. But, just in case, hypothetically, we all died right now.
This is
What would
not
you-
very inspiring.
Did anyone ever accuse me of being an inspiring being?
Well,
I don't think so.
let me see. I got myself ostracized from my clan. So I thought I was helping them. Didn't see my kids for many, many years. Killed my husband. That was not a fun day. Went on a journey to get some crystals and might have gotten my newest friends killed. No, I'm not feeling very good about what I've accomplished at all. Thanks for asking, Skip.
Do you want to talk about it?
Well, maybe if we actually get out of here like you seem to think we will. And if I don't make it and you do, well, if you find some Trandoshans on Kashyyyk, maybe tell them what happened to me.
Skip is just staring at you with big froggy eyes.
Skip, I think it's important that I inform you that there's just a ton of Trandoshans on Kashyyyk. I don't think they all know Cash.
So speaking of our chances, listeners, our destiny pool for this session are 5 dark side points.
Speaking of not being inspiring.
Yep. So, take it away, Ben.
The camera is floating around in the mist. Right before the camera falls this large, fairly thick sheet of transparent steel. And just goes thwomping past. Like, whoop. Then down below you hear it hit something, a loud happens, and then the camera starts tilting up towards where the transparent steel came from. Starts moving up there. You can see this bridge that's going across between these two spires. As you get closer, you start seeing the bottom of this bridge. It looks less like just the bottom of a bridge, but it starts looking like this building's here. And as you get closer, these are big buildings. The one that's going up and just seems to be following straight up. This building just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then suddenly you see this hole in the bottom of this building that it has this really cool looking floor that is just 4-inch thick transparent steel on the bottom, and one of the plates of it have fallen out. You can see close to it, just a little bit away, not dangling over it, but yeah, close. There's a Trandoshan and there's a Doug who's got a training saber out and pointed towards a destroyer droid, one of those ball droids from episode 1. As the camera starts panning around, then we see a little ways away Kesh, whose looks to have been shot recently. You can see the dark blaster scars on her armor. Then, panning around a bit more, we can see Skip that has been surrounded by all of these BX series commando droids, the slightly more dark, shorter-nosed battle droids that are a lot better at combat. Skip, who had just recently called them over, still holding up their glow rod.
Right, because I was doing the T-Rex, don't kill these children! Rah!
Yeah, you're gold blooming.
As we see that, we look a little bit past Skip into the steps of the auditorium that look upon this transparent steel-floored council chamber. We see off to one side Hillary, who is in the first row of these seating bleachers. The camera swings around, showing the pile of destroyed commando droids off to the other side, and at two of the entrances, several steps up, the camera sees two destroyer droids, one to the left and one to the right. The one to the left has their shield cocoon on, and the one to the right does not. And it's the one to the left that has a shield bubble on that has just shot at Kesh and had shot at Koba. But Koba, with the protection that Kesh had done, and also with his ability to reflect shots, has been able to deflect all the shots coming at him. And that brings us around to the start of the third round of this combat.
All right.
Which our initiative is 4 PCs and then 3 NPCs. Or however many survive.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and go. So the first thing Kesh is going to do is she's going to hold out her lightsaber pike towards Koba. I think you'll be able to do more damage with this than me right now.
You don't have to tell me twice. He takes it.
Does that cost me a maneuver, Ben?
To hand it off like that, I think it should.
I think it should too. I'm just double checking.
Yeah.
The second thing Kesh is going to do is with her action, she's going to re-up protect on Koba. Or at least attempt to.
All right.
Fortunately, it's only an average difficulty.
Yes.
I should actually roll the force dice as well.
And the setback.
What do I have a setback for?
Oh, was I the only one who had the setback?
I think so.
Dad, damn it all. Hillary!
Okay. Okay, that's not as good as I was hoping, but it's what I gotta take.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes 2 pips to activate Protect, so I will activate it on Koba, and then the 3 successes equals... Sorry, it's been a while.
+1 per success.
Yeah, so Koba, you will reduce the damage of the next energy-based attack by 7. Sorry, you will reduce the damage of all energy-based attacks for the next round by 7.
Oh, super.
Since I use no dark side to generate it. I'm not able to cover myself with it. The last thing Kesh is going to do is she's going to ask Koba, as she's kind of eyeing the destroyer droids, towards them or away from them?
Towards them.
And then, how far away are the destroyers from us, Ben?
The one that just arrived is at medium. The one that's been there for a bit... Actually, no, I'm thinking they're both at medium.
Then, with my last maneuver, I'll take 4 strain, as I'm going to make use of the Force as my ally. And I would like to see if I can propel Koba at the one that doesn't have its shield up yet.
This is a very weird version of saber throw.
Fastball special?
Yeah, it's fastball special.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, we can go with that too.
Yeah, Cash is throwing her small, ornery buddy.
You're spiky now, too.
Yeah.
Are you good with this, Brandon?
I am absolutely good with this.
Okay. Let's see if I can roll any pips. Because I can't spend the dark side. I got 2 light side pips. It's not great, but I can at least propel you to short range away since you're silhouette 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not quite small enough to be silhouette 0.
So 1 pip to activate, 1 pip to pick Koba to increase the strength, and then I will propel you and close your range band towards the destroyer droid. And that'll end Kesh's turn.
So is that the one
All
with the
right.
shield or not?
It's the one without the shield, because I'm hoping Koba can take it out before it's set up.
Okay, so I guess, do we want me to go immediately?
That sounds like a good idea.
I was going to say I sure would like if we could get some points flipped back, but since all the NPCs are after us, there's no real chance of that by waiting.
Yeah, unless it's increasing difficulty or something, yeah.
So yeah, I think I probably should just go then, because I'm not going to saber throw, because that I'm likely to miss with the Destiny pool the way it is, and even more likely to not get the saber back.
Yeah.
So Koba hits the ground running is probably not the right word for anything a Doug does, but he hit the ground where Kesh throws him and just kind of immediately launches himself from there without missing a beat to cover the remaining range band with a maneuver.
Okay.
I do not have ebb and flow on.
I forgot it's cumbersome, Brandon.
I'll deal.
Okay.
That's just one setback. Cumbersome 3. I've got Brawn 2. It's just one setback. It'll be fine. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think I am just going to then attack this Droideka. Droidekas don't have any melee defense, right?
Correct. The only defense that they ever get is from their shields.
And do they have adversary?
Essentially, adversary gets baked into their shields too.
Right, and they just have a ton of armor and health.
Yeah, they've got a boatload of soak.
You have to hit them quite a lot to make them go down,
But you got a lightsaber, so you really just gotta worry about the wounds.
So that's not going to be a problem. I think I know where I'm at.
Okay.
I don't know that it's going to go well for anyone involved, but we're going to see.
And I'm going to flip one of those dark side points to turn it into a red and a purple.
Fair enough. Flow during this attack.
Okay.
So that'll just let me potentially regain some strain. No big deal there. So, and I'll only... I presume Koba may still have his other lightsaber in his other hand, but I'm not going to 2-weapon fighting on this right now.
That seems reasonable.
That's probably...
I think the pike requires 2 hands as well.
Does it?
I think so. I'll double check, but it's not going to matter for this one.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not using the training lightsaber at this attack. If we determine that I have to drop the training saber somewhere, I certainly will.
Yeah. So proceed, and I'll let you know.
All right, yellow, green from my skill. Red, purple, which is melee, and the upgrade.
Yep.
Setback for cumbersome.
Mm-hmm.
2 white dice for flow.
Nice.
Okay. That is 3 successes, 1 advantage, 2 light side pips, and 1 dark side pip. So I'll deal with the pips first because they're easy. Since flow is just... I actually have quite a few options with flow at this point, but I am just going to use it for the basic strain healing functionality because I'm going to need that. So 2 light side pips means I heal 2 strain as Koba draws some energy from the force.
Cool.
All right, so 3 successes, 1 advantage. That means that we're looking at a hit with damage 9.
Okay.
Which includes breach 1, so it ignores 10 soak.
So that's enough to ignore its soak, really.
So this is just doing 9.
I mean, that does about half of its wound threshold. Not down yet. but is most certainly damaged and very distracted.
And I think I'm just going to dump the other advantage into strain as well, because I'm going to need to do some reflecting. Kova has suffered a lot of strain so far.
Yep.
So after jabbing the saber through a semi-critical part of this droidica, Kova just kind of somersaults backwards into a more defensive stance to be ready for whatever comes next.
Leslie, do you have strong feelings?
I really don't, and I am the least directly engaged in the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah, I mean, my entire thing was the whole, look at my lights, come towards this thing, and now I, just because of the nature of the initiative order, just kind of have to wait and see if they do.
They did.
Oh.
So you've got friends in your face.
You have 5 friends in your face.
Okay, then how close are they to the hole in the floor?
They went around it. It's the back one is probably 5 feet away. The front one, 10-ish, 15-ish.
Okay.
They're all pretty much between you and the hole.
All right. So what I would like to do then is Skip's not giving up on this idea, okay? Not giving up on you yet, idea. Skip is going to, in the flashiest way that Skip can, use their fancy jumping powers to jump and maybe, I don't know, add some flourish to it. Just jump over them to the other side of the hole so that hopefully maybe they get distracted enough and that they're kind of, I don't know, flanked by us, I guess, at this juncture. I don't know. That's my only thought, is to just jump to the other side of the hole flashily. Because I'm Skip's not prepped. Skip just has the glow rod in their hands right now. So we're in a bad position, guys.
You're not wrong.
Yes. So Ben just asked, doesn't Skip have jump as a maneuver thing? So jump and shoot. However, because I don't have my gun in my hands, wouldn't it have to be jump, then maneuver to get the gun out, and then shoot?
Yeah, you take the strain.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, okay, I guess I can take the strain. You're right.
I mean, you don't have to, it's just a thought.
No, you're right. I forgot that I did heal some strain. Okay.
Okay, so you'd need to do a force power check to do the jump.
Is it just WWW?
Yeah, it's however many W's you have.
Okay. I'm sitting here that doesn't seem right, but that's what I have written down. Why? It's been too long.
Yeah!
What?
Skip jumps off the planet.
Skip,
yeah.
you never told us you could fly.
I suppose I didn't know you could achieve orbit with that, did you?
Well, you are all the wind beneath my wings.
Aww.
You have wings?
I knew a guy with wings once.
I rolled three dice because I have three force rating, and each die showed up. So I have six points to sit there and play with, which I don't even want to use.
Does change your option for range.
Oh golly.
I mean, there are some dropped droids who had blaster rifles you could go pick up. Instead of the stun rifle.
Well, I thought my carbine was...
I forgot about the carbine. My bad.
That's okay. Then yes, because it's still Skip, so the jump is still happening with a flourish, but I guess I would say since I have, kicked the butt of that roll, then it's definitely with a flourish. Very good flourish. Very effective flourish. Not even merely adequate. This is a resplendent flourish. Flips over, lands on the other side of the hole, pulls out the carbine, and shoots at the one that is closest to the hole.
That will be 1 red, because you spend another point. Because I can. I've got far too many points.
Cool. I can't aim because that was too many maneuvers. I am going to just hit the button with yellow, green, and red. And, ooh, okay. Everything's coming up skip. I got 1 success, 2 advantage, and a little fancy doohickey over there. Might possibly be a triumph. Who knows? It looks kind of like it could be one. Yep.
Alright, so how much damage is that?
10. Although it does the no, it's separated out. Yeah, 10. 10. Didn't make enough to hit the crit. Yeah, so 10.
And then, if you were wanting to crit, or as opposed to do something else,
could I use the triumph? In that whole everything I just did to make it so that. Yes, indeed, my flourishy flippiness did catch the attention of the others again. Or at least, get them slightly confused as to which is the most threatening thing in this place.
I would argue as to whether that's a deception or not. Because the way I'm figuring is you shoot. With that, you jump over the great hole in the floor. And they are only holding vibro swords. So as they turn, some of them are starting to try and go towards you, but in their impetuousness don't remember about the hole in the floor. With the blaster shots at them, that takes 3 of them down, and they fall down through, leaving only 2 of them left. With their vibro swords that look like the 2 remember that there's a hole in the ground because the 3 just showed off that, yeah, there's a hole.
That's fair. That's fair. I find that fair. Yep.
Oh man, now that Skip has revealed their true force capabilities and become among the most powerful of us all, this is a perfect fight for somebody to have an unfortunate sacrifice in order to bequeath protagonism to Skip.
No.
I mean, Hillary has the sense of drama.
Speaking of Hillary,
with Hillary not being in the same position as anyone, what are my distances to everything?
I figured the bubble destroyer, as we will call it at the moment,
I love it,
is at long range to you. The one that Koba has taken a slash at is at medium, and the 2 commando droids are at short range to you, because they were pretty close to where Koba was, and all that sort of fun stuff.
So, if I use somebody's force power, how many pips would it take me to throw a droideka?
Droideka is a silhouette 1 thing, so they would be medium.
Yeah, so I have
3?
Yes. Because you need 1 pip to activate, 1 pip for strength, which would actually get you up to silhouette 2, by the way, and then 1 for range. It would be probably an opposed check, I think has been mentioned before, but otherwise, which would be your discipline, by the way.
Man, I'm swimming in discipline, as is traditional for all of Leslie's characters.
It definitely doesn't come back to bite you.
At all.
But basically, nobody
Ever.
takes discipline until they get into force things and realize they need it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That, or you're playing a horror game.
Or magic.
Yeah, I'm
Force
still going to do it.
things.
guess I wasn't really counting Genesis. Genesis
that's
has
okay.
a few more ways to use discipline by default.
Yeah. But anyway, yes, Leslie, that's how it would work. You would need 3 pips in order to activate it.
And do everything that you were talking of.
Yeah.
Okay. Once, I'd like to point out that I was a learner, but now I am the master. And I'm going to choose a force power of a character in the current encounter and use somebody's move.
Okay.
Hopefully.
My move is yours.
All right, so Hillary's off to the side, and he's like, okay, good. Koba's going after that one. Skip's got the droids really confused, and wow. I mean, that was one sick flip. But the first droideka has already given us grief. And I think we should deal with that. Hillary's going to look at Kesh for a moment and kind of reach out to her. Just kind of like, okay, how does she do this with one hand? And then he's going to look over at the other one and reach out with the other hand and pull. I am rolling with my newly expanded Force Awareness, Force Sensitivity, Fortitude.
Force Attunement.
Woo! So that's 3 white, and I got 3 light side and a dark side, which I'm not too worried about right now, because I needed 3 to pull it, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So I would like to pull it, which is going to be resisted. What is my difficulty?
Your discipline against any of the ones I can look at are just 1, so I'm just going to go with 1 red.
1 red?
Okay.
Yeah,
not,
1 red.
Not bad.
I'm using a pip.
Okay, I mean, that's legit. I wouldn't have questioned it one way or the other.
Now we got points to spend too if you need it.
Well, if I've got to make another check where I'm throwing it, I'd rather not worry about that just yet.
Okay. Yeah!
Okay, so that was a success and a triumph. If I'm allowed, I would love to go bowling for droids. If not, I would love to throw it down a hole.
If you are going bowling for droids, you need to roll to hit them.
Okay.
Or if you're not wanting to roll again, you can just throw it down a hole.
Okay. I will throw it down a hole, but can I use my triumph to disorient the droids as it whizzes past? Or is that my triumph is getting it down the hole?
I will go with sure.
So, you hear Hillary go, okay, Cash, I've got this. And he reaches out towards you, and he reaches out over there, and he just pulls a dramatic fist to his chest, like he's about to sing some really dramatic line in a terrible ballad. You know, all for one and all for love style of thing. And then after a moment's hesitation, you see the droideka goes, and then, only I guess there'd be like a wom 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 because it's the shielded one. And suddenly it's gone into the mists below.
Yeah, it rises up and flings past everyone.
As Kesh watches this, she just goes, why didn't I think of that?
And Hillary looks at Kesh like, I did good, right?
Kesh would give you a thumbs up, but she has no thumbs.
Oh, that's a
But
really good point.
She does the best she can. Yeah, Trandoshan's don't have thumbs.
So there's a tiny triumphant squeak as it goes disappearing into the mists below. It's something so cool.
That leaves us with 2 commando droids and 1 damaged droid deca. The droid deca can stomp on over to Koba and try and actually stomp them. The thing is that there's a lightsaber fighter who's close by, or I mean, the option really should be for it is that it bubbles and does a fire sweep at Kesh again.
Then do it.
Because, yeah, the bubble, which would take its maneuver, would be protecting it against a lightsaber, at least a little bit. And the fire sweep seems like a good idea, because it can then try and hit both Kesh and Skip.
Yeah, I mean, I think a Droidica could very potentially make that evaluation. I've always read their ability to stomp as being a thing that, like, they would probably do as a last resort.
Yeah, I was just liking the idea of doing stomp as stomp. Like, it sounds funny.
Yeah. And/or against prone targets.
It makes sense. Bubble, twist, shoot a Kesh. If it hits, it'll go Kesh through skip. And so it is a hard range combat check.
Okay, so... Right. So my defense and stuff like that doesn't come into play.
Yeah. Because it starts off just flat. It's a fire sweep instead of it being an auto-fire thing.
Okay. I'm going to choose, though, to make one of those purples a red, Ben.
Okay. So that would be yellow, yellow, green versus red, purple, purple.
Okay.
One success, one despair.
Okay. So, what's the damage?
Damage would be 13. Pierce 1.
Okay. 13 pierce 1, so essentially 14. So,
yeah.
We stop when we're wounded out, right? We stop counting?
We have been for this adventure. It's supposed to be your wounds past threshold, is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's not rules as written, but it's what we've been doing.
Okay, yeah. So...
After this fight, we probably should be doing it a different way, but in this fight, we've already done it. Stop counting it at 0.
Okay. So, Ben, if you would like to roll a critical injury, Kesh will go down.
May I interject?
Yes.
Before we do this for sure, but and Christine, tell me if this is taking away a moment from Kesh, because I certainly don't want to do that. But I know technically Koba was not a target or whatever, but could I flip a light side point or something to use that despair to get a reflect in? Or even just a bounce the shot away?
I'd totally go for a reflect. That absolutely makes sense.
Like, normally improved reflect is like you have to be the target and they have to roll.
Yeah, but there was a despair rolled on it, and if you're willing to use a lightsaber point... lightsaber point. A light point.
Yeah.
Light side point on it.
You can use the tip of the lightsaber to... Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably better than what I was going to offer up.
I'm fine with that. My idea was going to be... maybe its blasters ran dry or something. These are old droids down in the city. But I am fine with it being a reflect and letting Koba have a cool moment. So I say go for it.
Yeah, as long as you're cool with that, I understand if you have dramatic reasons you would want Kesh to take a hit. But
well, I would still take the hit anyway, though, wouldn't I?
Yeah, it would reduce the amount by however much reflect is, but it would still apply versus soak in that.
Okay, so Koba being near in sees the droid kind of swivel its attention towards not Koba and lunges with the lightsaber pike to try to intercept as much of the attack as possible. Koba currently has Reflect 3, so he'll suffer 3 strain. Which is conveniently the amount of strain he healed on his last turn, so breaking even, to reduce the damage by 5.
Okay.
He sort of diverts the worst of the blast to maybe only hit Kesh in the less vitals.
Okay. Yeah, that
in the cyber arm.
Yeah. So Brandon, here's where you can feel very vindicated, and your last buy of Reflect, that puts her right at threshold instead of 1 over. So she's back up to 15 wounds of 15, but she is not down.
You all right, Kesh?
Yeah, never better.
Find that hard to believe.
So that would, since this is fire sweep, it still hits 2 targets within medium range, and it was starting at Kesh and pumping towards Skip.
All right.
So Skip also would take that, but also would have the reflect applied to it.
All right. How much was it?
It was 8 pierce 1.
Okay.
Androidicas are no joke.
And Skip crumples to the ground.
Okay, that wounds you out.
Yep.
All right. Well, you still get a roll of crit then, Ben. Against somebody.
And these are vicious 1. So I get +10.
Does Skip have any previous ones?
Previous crits? No.
Okay. Well, good. I was about to make a joke about whether history was going to repeat itself or not, so I'm glad it didn't.
Okay,
just
so
shoot Skip's arm off.
Yeah.
okay, that would be
Well, this is...
Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Okay, so this one is Headringer. The target increases the difficulty of all intellect and cunning checks by 1 until the end of the encounter.
It's okay. You only got shot in the head. It's fine.
Maybe they just got knocked down and hit their head.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking. It's a little
This
less
is just
gruesome.
until the end of the encounter. It's not the one that is like you permanently reduce one of these.
I know. I was being
of
jokey.
any skills to pick.
Yeah, we probably won't even notice.
Oh, ow.
I'm sorry.
Hey, that's what I was insinuating.
Well, I was actually, my first thought was, don't try to steal anything.
The cunning part would be bad.
Or at least interesting.
Yeah, I mean, really. All right, so then is the droid Decagon. I just love using that name because it is silly.
I like to say it too.
Skip is down, so the battle droids who only have vibroblades are now...
I don't know who's closest to Skip, where Skip's position was.
Skip landed pretty close to Cash. That was the reason why, that was my assumption in the tracking of the shots.
Okay.
Then
I'm probably the nearest target to them.
But Skip wasn't the only one to yell out for droids to come and get them.
Mm-hmm.
There was a small Alina that was yelling out for people to come and get him.
Fair enough.
And I did just throw a big glowy thing at them.
Yeah. And they have been programmed for dealing with Jedi. So now they are going to... They're at short range, so they're going to run over and attempt to stabinate Hillary.
Fair enough. I have no defense. I'm indefensible. And soon to be punctured, I'm sure.
I'm going to flip a point because, well, we've been going through so many points, I kind of need to use one now.
Mm-hmm.
And also, there's only 2 of them, so they've got a really horrible skill, like they're minions. So,
but I am delicate and squishy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the theory we need to test, Leslie.
Okay.
Oh, my organs.
They do hit. They got 2 successes. They do have 1 threat.
Okay.
That does 7 pierce 2.
So it does 7.
Still up?
Yup.
Okay.
I'm still good.
What do you want to do with the threat?
I would like a setback because they had to climb to me so that they have awkward footing, so whatever they're doing next is problematic.
Oh, wait.
What?
They have 2 threat. I forgot that they were off-put by the glowing thing going by them.
Vroom.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'd like just... They had to climb, and so they're now very exposed, so any of our teammates can have good targetingness.
Okay.
Okay.
That's cool.
Or something.
I mean, I have a Claire in here and apparently now free blaster carbine.
Oh, okay. Your gallows humor is so deeply appropriate right now. Don't. Ow. Support it.
So does that end their turn, Ben?
Yes, that does end their turn. And brings us to the top of the 4th round of combat.
I stab a droideka.
You go for it. All right.
They did bubble, so now all of their fun parts of that are applied. So that means It's upgraded once, and they've got 2 defense.
Okay. Trying to figure if I have anything super good to do here, but I don't think I do. So, green. Just 1 upgrade?
Yes, it is 1 upgrade and 2 setback.
And a 3rd setback because of cumbersome. I'm going to flip a point, folks. I apologize in advance. Because otherwise this is not going to end well. And I'm going to flow.
Probably a good idea.
Is that a maneuver, or is that just something you do automatically? I don't remember.
Ebb and flow is weird. You do them as part of other checks.
Okay.
So they're not their own action. It's like, anytime that I do a skill check, I may choose to add force dice as an ebb or a flow.
Okay. Get you back some of that sweet, sweet strain.
Yeah, and there are other things. I've bought abilities to do other things, like what I really probably should have done last turn, but, well, I guess since I spent a bunch of strain to reflect, it's good that I did the strain one, but, like, I can do things like, after this roll, all rolls made by, like, people near me with the same skill, in this case lightsaber, could just get free successes and things like that.
But you have all the lightsabers, so that's not a good idea right now.
It would still technically affect me on my next turn, I think.
Okay.
But it would mean that I wouldn't be healing any strain, and I probably would have basically been tapped out from... I think I would have 1 strain remaining if I hadn't healed strain. Anyhow, let's pray, maybe. Oh, since the Droideka didn't move, right?
Correct. It just sort of turned.
All right, I'll use my maneuver to aim.
And, yeah, now it can't move, actually.
Yeah, I'll use my maneuver to aim to add a boost. Okay. Whew. All right,
Okay.
I'll take it.
Good.
On this roll, just full of stuff, 1 success, 1 advantage, 3 light side pips. The light side pips, I'll just flow my strain away. Not all of it, 3 of it. And then that is 7 damage breach.
All right, so that brings it up to really close, but not dead yet.
Yeah. And with the 1 advantage, I'll say that, like, as Koba is, like, bouncing around this droideka, because Koba probably fights in a very acrobatic Yoda-esque way, I imagine, with the saber. It's keeping the droideka occupied in such a way that the next person to act gets a boost on whatever they're going to do.
Okay.
One advantage, what else are you going to do with it?
Okay, so bouncing boost. Okay.
And that's me.
Light side to strain?
Yeah.
Ben,
Yo.
skip an engage range with me or short range for me?
I was figuring short range.
Dang it. And the commando droids are engaged with Hillary.
Yarp.
Now, yes. And
Dang.
at medium.
I can
Okay.
change that.
Might
You
be
want
a
me to
good
go first?
idea, because I unfortunately then can't both heal Skip and brawl. Yep, I was going to use my Trandoshan Claws, brawl some droids this turn, but if you're out of the way, I could unleash against them.
I was gonna run to my downed party member on my turn.
Okay.
So, in their moment of scrambling and stabbing, Hillary sees that Skip is down and sees a space open between the two of them and just slides down. As he hits the edge of the transperistyle, he physically recoils. He's got one hand over where he was just, stabbed right there. No, more important. There are more important things. We can do this. And he runs all the way over to where Skip is down. Is that medium to engage? Would that be 2 maneuvers?
Skip would be short range.
Okay, so it's just the 1 maneuver.
So just 1 maneuver.
Okay. So he'll run up and do the dramatic, skid to the knees and just barely kind of bump into Skip. Say, hold on, little friend. little friend. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is crazy. This is never going to work. We're all going to die, but we're going to do this. And he's not even going to try a medicine check. He's going straight to heal.
All right.
Because he's kind of wigging out right now.
Hillary wigging out?
I know,
Never.
right? Right over the giant transparent steel floor into nothingness. Yeah, he's wigging out. He's wigging out like something fierce. So that is three white to 1 light and 3 dark. And I'm going to... We have a light side point, right?
Yes, it is our last one.
Yes.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm using it.
Okay.
Skip is very important to me.
How could you use a light side point to save another player character's life? Selfish.
I am a
Right?
monster. Okay, so that's 2 ranks in medicine plus 2 intellect. Ooh. How close are you to me, Cash?
Short range.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I have a total of 4 pips, I have 1 to boost my range,
Yeah.
2 for magnitude,
Okay.
And then the one to activate.
1 to activate.
and then I have my heal additional wounds equal to ranks in medicine, which doesn't cost anything.
Correct.
Mhm.
So that's, I mean, it's just 4 health, but it's 4 health.
Yeah.
Hey, that puts Cash back to where she was before she got shot last time.
All right.
Yep.
So you feel kind of like that emotional kind of tension release you get when somebody kind of like smiles at you when you're having a bad day. You just get that kind of wash feeling over you. And as for Skip, Hillary has like 1 hand on your stomach and 1 hand on your face. And he's just like closing his eyes. You can feel his hand shaking on you. But the point is, at this moment, you can indeed feel again.
Did it work?
Oh, thank the force it worked. Okay, yes. Just gentle pat on your cheek. Okay, we're good. We're better. Please don't do that again.
Skip's gonna kind of like look around.
You're going to see a red line pointing towards some commando droids.
Yep.
And then get freaked out. You said it worked! It didn't work! They're still there!
I don't know what you're talking about, but you're alive. That's what I count about right now.
That's not
Blast
what I was talking
'em.
about!
Smack. Get them gone then. Stop yelling at me. Yell at them.
Alright, how much was that?
4.
Yeah.
Oh, golly. Alright. I'm still real bad.
All right. Well, if you're up, Skip, I think you should be the one to go next. Especially before I do something and get engaged with
That's a good
with
point.
baddies, which is totally what I will try to do. Without the light side points, I can't guarantee anything anyway.
Oh,
I feel
and
like earlier somebody indicated that I had dropped my weapon. Am I imagining things, or is that true?
It would still be in your hand.
Okay. Then with, I would say that with, that whole little exchange with the, did it work? And then seeing that there's still droids, then there's probably just like a slightly more like knee-jerk reaction kind of shooting that's about to happen here where Skip just picks it up and, from like this awkward half laying, half trying to sit up position, just shoot at the nearest one.
In which case, that is going to be 1 red.
Okay.
On account of I'm using a point. And because it seems amazingly apt.
Yeah.
Did it work? Yes, of course it did. No, there's still robots! Ah! Pew, 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 pew.
Bingo.
And pew.
Nice.
Oh! Gosh!
We are getting so many triumphs.
Gosh! Alright, I got a success and a triumph.
You know what kind of person gets this many triumphs?
A protagonist.
Protagonist.
So that is yet again 10 and a freaking triumph.
before we evaluate the triumph, that's 10 damage.
Mhm.
That would actually be enough to clear out the rest of that group.
Phew. What a fun day for Skip.
And that would bring us to...
Lakesh.
Yes.
What was the triumph spent on?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. What is a triumph spent on?
Then there's also a bouncing boost from Koba I think we forgot about.
Oh, I did forget about
Once
that.
or twice?
I think-
It was a 1 advantage boost, so it was specifically to the next person in the initiative order.
Yeah.
Which I didn't use a
then
roll.
Hillary
That
would make a
would've been
check. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so it's gone.
All right.
I if anybody has a good idea, I don't know what a triumph would look like in this situation.
I mean, there's always the option to pass on upgrades, I believe. I'm not sure what the narrative conceit is in this case, since I gotta turn my attention to a destroyer droid now, but
You're
Well-
inspired?
inspired. My friends are back up. It's great.
I mean, so since
All you have to do is get rid of this destroyer droid.
Yeah.
since there's a destroyer droid. So what if, like, because this is almost kind of like a sort of like reckless panic shot, maybe thematically it's cool, like it makes sense if, like, you know, some shrapnel kind of comes off some of these wild shots that, you know, struck the droid, and do something advantageous for, you know, fighting the destroyer droid.
Okay, so the destroyer droid has that bubble of energy around it, kind of like a Gungan shield. It's like they're CG'd at the same time. But I love the idea of shrapnel from the destroyed commando droids sort of raining down over there and plinging off of the shield.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily mean like it hitting. I meant like, you know, doing something useful or just interesting.
I was thinking it hitting the shield and then causing it essentially blindness.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, ping, 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 ping. Yeah.
The droid parts aren't doing any actual damage to it, but it can't see through its shield because of all the ripples and droid parts that are plinging off of it.
Mm.
There's temporary interference in its visual
Yeah.
circuitry.
Okay. And the destroyer is how far away from Cash?
Medium range.
And Koba's engaged.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to use a maneuver, and I'm going to try to jump to the destroyer, and I'm going to brawl it. That's what I have right now. Because I am out of weapons. Oh, no.
Do it.
So medium range is then, how does it work? It's been a while. I need
One to use, one to upgrade range.
All right.
Then just
So,
grab the droideka and rip it in half.
so I'll take two more conflict, 2 more strain, and I will jump to get engaged with it. All right. So do I claw it, or do I borrow the lightsaber pike back?
I mean, it does have 8 soak.
So, see, okay. Well, here's the thing. I figured my party would back up the claws, because if I succeed, it'll be amazing. If I fail, it's only hilarious.
It'll still look really cool. Let's be
Oh, yeah.
honest.
All right.
Do
So
Trandoshan
Ben,
claws have pierce?
What's my difficulty? The
Difficulty
claw
on
droid.
a melee attack against the droid deca is 1 red, 1 purple, and 2 setback.
Okay. Awesome. You know what? Go big or go home.
And you are getting an upgrade off of the distraction from Skip.
Okay, I'm double checking my things. So that's then 1 yellow, 2 green, with a boost because I'm going to use a second maneuver to aim because might as well. And I actually get to add my force rating to brawl checks because of enhance. Versus the red, purple, and 2 setback. So let's go. Nope. Oh wait, no, I did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna convert the light side into successes.
All right.
So I got 3 advantages, 2 light side pips, and a dark side.
Okay.
And so I don't think I'm gonna kill it because of its soak, but that is going to end up being 6 damage. And yeah, I don't think I get through the soak, unfortunately.
Let's say, what's a crit on Trandoshan Claws?
I could crit on a 3, but I have to bypass its soak, don't I?
Ah, dadgum.
Yeah, you have to do damage.
Can you push
That's what I got excited about for a moment,
over
too.
the edge?
Its soak was 7, you said, right?
8.
8, okay. So Kesh manages to swipe through the shields and impact the armor of the droideka, but she's not able to claw or pierce through it. However, she is able to grab a hold of it enough that she's going to, if you let me, using knockdown because it's a brawl weapon, I want to spend 2 advantages to knock the droid prone. Is that an option? Do you have to do damage to do that or just hit?
Yeah, I would go with it. And this isn't something that you're asking for, but it strikes me as logical for it.
Okay.
Is as you essentially sweep one of its 3 legs out from under it and it topples, the shield bubble evaporates because it's trying to engage too much with the ground. So it essentially overloads and it needs to get back up before it can re-engage.
Okay. The final advantage is a bouncing boost to the next person to go. Ideally Koba, because it's an awesome moment here, and Koba's right there, but passing on the boost. And that'll end Kesh's turn.
But now it's its turn.
Now it is the Destroyer's turn.
Yes. Okay, now it seems like a good idea to do Stomp.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Is it going to kick out at me from prone?
And what if it kills Kesh with a leg?
I mean, that would also be funny.
Jabs Kesh in the knee and Kesh dies.
Oh, why do you have to say the knee?
She used to be an adventurer.
Ankle.
Thank you.
Till she took a droideka to the knee.
No, I think it's going to go for Koba, since Koba's been stabbing it so much. Now, since its sphere of who's around, instead of it encompassing all of the auditorium, it's now just the people who are around it. And since Koba's there and Kesh is there, it's going to try and strike at Koba because Koba is the one who's been doing it the most damage. In fact, it probably was going to try and do something to Koba, horribly, this round. But,
No, this saber has defensive 1, so there's a extra defense on it.
I'm going to use a point because it seems like the thing to do. Also, it gives me the possibility of a triumph.
Which would be A, really cool, and B, really bad.
And what if he kills Koba?
Yep. All right, so
Jabbing
2 purple
Koba
on
in
the
the
setback.
Wrist.
Okay, that is hilarious.
I was
It
not
misses.
prepared for that.
All dice have canceled out on the destroyer droid trying to stomp on Koba's toe.
It's okay. Oh, also, Koba, your protection ended at the end of my turn.
That's fine.
I mean, jeez.
Do it.
Yeah, Koba's gonna put this droid out of our misery.
Finish him.
You said its shields were down?
Yeah, its shields are down, so it's just going to be 2
Alright.
purple. In fact, I think you get a boost for trying
You
to
get a
do
boost
melee
for-
against a prone.
Yeah,
And
melee
a
against
boost from the
target.
bouncing boost.
Yep, because you are the next one to go.
It'll flow.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Well,
Oh, golly.
that's
Well.
one heck of a roll.
What do we do with this?
I don't. Okay, I've never. This is
absurd.
Yes, absurd is a very good
unprecedented.
word for it.
Can we all get a massive amount of strain back for those 9 advantages?
Yeah, 2 failures, 9 advantages, 3 dark side pips. I think I'm just not going to use the dark side pips because it would be silly to suffer strain to heal the same amount of strain. It would just be flipping a light side point for nothing.
Okay, there is that.
Flipping a light side point and gaining conflict for nothing. I guess it could be 2 gain conflict if I really wanted 3 conflict really badly. But I don't.
I mean, you are losing the race to Hillary.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel good about it, but it's not worth our only light side point.
Yeah.
Fair.
You want to pass me that pike?
Maybe I do. Maybe my adventuring days are over. I don't know.
With 9 advantage, I feel like maybe not.
Yeah, I don't have even an inkling of what I would do with this advantage.
Like, yeah, 9 advantage is just sort of that.
It's just so many, and I didn't hit anything, so I can't crit or otherwise do, like, obvious things to it.
I mean, passing on some boosts is an option. Free maneuver is an option.
Yeah, I could free maneuver.
Set yourself up or do something else.
I mean, you could pass the thing with the free maneuver, couldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, that would make a huge amount of sense.
Okay, so I assume Koba tries to, like, coup de grace this droid, but it's squirming or something, and it's kind of a weird shape. And so the saber just kind of keeps missing and just, like, boring a hole in the ground around the droid. So after a couple attempts, Koba determines that this thing is just too long for him to use in this manner. Effectively, given his diminutive size and the way that his limbs are arranged, will spend some advantage for a free maneuver to be like, Kesh, I think it's time you took this back. Tosses it to Kesh.
Catches it.
Uses some more advantage to give Kesh an upgrade to her next thingy. I think that's a 3 advantage. I think.
Yeah.
And then 3 more advantage to, I think, upgrade the difficulty of the droid's next thingy on the chance that it survives long enough to get another turn. I don't want one of us to get a huge hole blown in us. And I think that pretty much accounts for, I think that leaves me with like 1 advantage, which I'll just use to take a strain.
Okay.
Take a strain away. Yep, so that is Koba's adventure.
Okay, should I try and see if I can get 9 advantages?
I'd rather you get like 1 success.
Like 1 success, that would be nice. My dice pool looks a lot less impressive than yours, so we'll find out. So with your upgrade, I'm looking at 3 yellow, and I'm gonna go ahead and use a maneuver to aim, but not 2. I can't afford that strain. Versus just 2 purple.
Yeah, I'll just go with 2 purple.
And don't forget you get a boost because it's prone.
Oh,
melee
right.
versus prone target.
Thank you. All right, let's try this again.
Dang it, Kesh!
So, Brandon, I see your 9 advantages, and I raise you 5 advantages and 2 triumphs, also with no successes.
What is happening?
This droidica.
I stole all of the successes.
This droidica is their protagonist.
This droidica's gonna kill us.
This
because we
droidica.
can't stab it when it's on the ground.
Okay, Ben. The space where the droidica is. Are we on the transparisteel?
No.
No?
You're up a bit from the transparisteel. You're
Dang it.
Yeah.
I would be all for whatever you were about to say, though.
You know where my head was at.
Yeah.
I'll take it down, even if I have to take both of us with it.
I mean, the least dramatic, like the only way we're going to take this down is to take one of us with it. It's like, but we really messed it up. Like, it's really not putting up much of a fight anymore. We just can't seem to hit it. This is not a heroic sacrifice moment. It's like, no. It's the only way.
It's just rolling around, freaking out.
Okay, so
it's just on its back. It's like on that shell part, and its legs are just swirling around in the air.
It's
just
turtling.
It's trying really hard to get up.
Okay,
yeah, it's kind of
so-
turtle.
Get off its back.
okay, so I can't sunder it because I didn't hit. So you said we're on like a landing, and then what below us is the transparisteel?
Actually, about 2 rows of benches are then down. That's where the transparisteel starts.
2 rows of benches down, so we're more like on a ramp than on like a balcony.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, droidicas are round, right?
Ish. around when they want to be.
Yeah.
Can, with some amount of this ridiculousness, move the droidiga away onto the transparisteel?
I'm sorry. I just keep looking at the results.
For that amount of triumph, you don't stab it and do anything with that, but it could end up. I mean, it's 2 triumphs. I could kind of go with you just curling it through the hole in the floor.
I leave that up to you. If you want us to take it out in that manner, I'm fine with this at that point. Otherwise, this might go on a while.
Yeah.
Otherwise, my plan was just to get it out of engaged with Koba and I. That way, Skip had a chance to take it out.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that it at least curls down to like short range from everybody, and it's still on its back.
Okay.
And it's spinning around.
Okay, yeah, because if we're going to take it out that way, I was going to describe it in the most like pathetic manner because we can't succeed.
I mean, to be fair, you guys kind of feel like crap for various reasons.
So what did it cost to move the droid? To make it essentially take a free maneuver instead of us?
I was figuring that it would take a triumph, yeah.
Okay. Then I would like to pass on a upgrade to Skippington and a boost to Skip and a boost to the next person to go, and then I'm going to recover 2 strain with the remainder because I need it. And then that'll end my turn. This might be too big for me too, Koba. I don't know what I'm doing here. This is one slippery droid.
Cash looks a little punch drunk.
This is one of the models that can only be damaged by protagonists.
It's like that Saverick all over
Skip.
again.
Upgrade 2 boosts. Skip, I choose you.
Okay. I don't know if I can do anything.
Shoot it.
I know that, but I don't think... Okay.
Or curl it towards one of the holes.
Okay. Then, Skip, who's still, very hurt after seeing all of that, will turn their attention and attempt to shoot at this last horrible thing.
It is somehow
Okay.
breakdancing out of the way of the fight.
So you gave me an upgrade. So,
And 2 boosts.
And 2 boosts.
But you'll also have a setback die because it's knocked prone. Apologies for that.
That's fine.
It was supposed to help us.
Aim, so setback. Okay, so what's the difficulty to shoot this guy?
It is 1 red.
Okay. So, with all of that, I am rolling yellow, 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 B, 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 S, R. Boom.
Yeah!
And I have got 4 successes, which means 13 damage.
Hooray!
Thank you.
And it finally dies. So I'm thinking that shoots and breaks the droid between the head, which has the giant backplate thing, and the body itself, or like the little ball that the 3 legs tie into, and it finally just falls down as a smoking heap.
Well, that was fun. Can we leave now?
Okay, now it worked.
Ow.
And then Skip will just flump
Yeah. Hold still, please.
and lay down looking at the ceiling. Told you we'd make it!
Thank you for listening to this episode of Heroes of the Hydian Way. You can find show updates on Twitter at The Hydian Way, and you can find me, Ben, on Twitter at Deuterium Ice.
I'm on Twitter at Blue of the Kin.
I am at LesletGS.
And I'm at 12th Night. That's 1-2-TH and Night with a K.
I'm Ren. You can find me at Ren of the Lee, Leigh. Now I have a thing you have to spell.
There you go.
Ren of the... Okay.
You're moving up in the world.
We are all at thehideandway.com, where you can find previous episodes.
You can find more episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Plus, you can help us out by rating, reviewing, and subscribing.
We are also on Facebook as The Heidi and Way, and you can holocom us at heroes@theheidiandway.com.
If you like what we do and you want to support the show, you can find us at patreon.com/theheidiandway.
Or you can send the team some stim packs. Why was
Many
that so funny to
stim
me?
packs.
A good dozen might be nice.
I don't know why that's so funny. It's not funny, actually, but it's funny to me because I'm punchy. At ko-fi.com/theheidiandway. Skip is just staring at you with big froggy eyes.
Skip, I think it's important that I inform you that there's just a ton of Trandoshans on Kashyyyk. I don't think they all love Cash.
Skip just goes around methodically to every Trandoshan on Kashyyyk, just taps him on the shoulder. Hi. I have a script. Hold on. So, in case you happen to be the Trandoshan that knows Kesh, I don't know if Kesh has a
Kesh's
surname.
final thought before she died was like, oh no, I didn't tell Skip my daughter's name.
Well, that's okay, because Hillary knows your daughter's name.
That's true.
Unless he also dies horribly.
You know all my kids'
this is
names.
assuming Skip lives.
Yeah.
Skip can jump.
I can jump.
He'll jump out of here to safety.
I mean, sure, Skip
Might as
is a frog.
well.
We got that.
So,
No, I'm not. But do it.
what's the worst that can happen?
We all die.
Thought we covered that.
Yeah.
No, we didn't include Skip in that one, but yeah, pretty much.
Right.
I think that carbine shouldn't exist, because I think Dallin Oberus actually destroyed it.
I don't remember him destroying that.
What?
Maybe he just damaged it.
I don't remember that.
I damn it, I destroyed his carbine.
Oh,
not
maybe that's what I'm
Skip's.
thinking of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? Did I just seriously miss writing down a pretty important note?
No, I just misread something that I wrote down, apparently. You're good. You're good. Do something
Okay.
cool. Or something else cool. Oh my gosh, Brandon. Sorry, Brandon just killed me with a gif in the chat. I'm gonna fall over dead now.
I thought one of the three claws was.
I thought they worked like the turtles.
Yeah.
I will post a picture of Trandoshan hand. You can decide for yourself.
Okay.
Why must you give us nightmares?
I make no promises. It's best I can find on short notice.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't have quite a turtle situation.
How do you hold a...
There are many mysteries to be solved here, but that's for another day.
Okay, we're just gonna make that picture go away now.
Are you? Are you really?
From the screen, at least, if not from my brain.
Oh, gosh, Skip gets messed up so much faster than Pastrana.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I'm pretty sure Kesh is the only one in this party who can really take a hit.
I mean,
Certainly
I
not
had
me.
already taken a hit, was the problem.
Probably. I mean, here's the thing. Her wound threshold is better than Cav's ever was, but it's still not that great.